Tonight, a memorable season of Rock Hill Bluehawks baseball concludes. Sean Stanton's team has played very well down the stretch, and tonight we'll try to send the senior class off with a win. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Hollow of Rock Hill, where tonight Regency Sports Broadcasting brings you the final game of the 2026 season. The Rock Hill Bluehawks host the McKinney Lions. My name is Brian Sutcliffe. It's been a pleasure to broadcast the 2026 Bluehawks. I, too, will try to finish strong tonight. Let's get things rolling with the Blue Hawk Baseball pregame show. After Game 10 of district play concluded, the Blue Hawks sat at 3-7 in league play. They knew that a trip to the playoffs would only be possible by winning their last 6 games and getting some help. Well, the Hill have played very well down the stretch. They've done everything they could do to end the season where they wanted, winning 5 straight in district and 6 straight overall, but they just didn't get enough help from teams playing McKinney-Boyd over the last 3 weeks. Rock Hill's playoff fate was decided on Wednesday. Now, the Blue Hawks took care of their own business by taking care of McKinney in the season opener in the series 4-2 out at Al Alford Field in McKinney. Carson Cooley got the start at second base, and he had a nice night at the plate with a couple of RBI. Elijah Guevara and Anthony Gonzalez chipped in a ribby apiece. Carson Roy and Reed Tebow both had multi-hit games along with Cooley. Ethan Kalanick had a base knock as well. On the mound, Brady Slanina concluded his high school career with one of the best statistical outings to date. Another complete game, scattered 7 hits, allowed just 2 runs, striking out a season-high 11 while walking only 2. Mr. Slanina had 6 district appearances this year and went at least 7 innings in 5 of them. Good chance he's earned an all-district spot in his senior year. Also finishes at the plate as the team's all-time RBI leader. So the Blue Hawks got their win, but with 2 games left, they needed Boyd to lose their final 2 games to Princeton this week, but that was not meant to be. The Broncos won the first game of that series handily on Wednesday, which unfortunately eliminated the Blue Hawks from playoff contention. But there is business left to finish. The Blue Hawks started the season 8-0. They could finish on a 7-game winning streak with a victory in the season finale tonight. When the Blue Hawk Baseball pregame show continues, we'll take a look at tonight's Game 2. This is Blue Hawk Baseball from Regency Sports.
Fans, when it's time to gear up like a champion, head to Shields in the Colony. Hey folks, this is Blue Hawk senior Anthony Gonzalez. From top brand sports gear to apparel for the whole family, Shields has everything you need to play hard and cheer louder. Visit Shields at Grandscape in the Colony, proud supporter of Rock Hill Baseball.
Welcome back to the Hollow of Rock Hill, where the Blue Hawks will wave goodbye to 12 seniors who tonight play their last high school game. We'll see all of them tonight. We expect to see everyone on the roster getting into this game tonight. If there is a bright side to the last game of the season not having a bearing on a playoff spot, it might be that you can properly honor your seniors and see a lot of guys out on the field tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. The Rock Hill Blue Hawks are coached by Sean Stanton, now in his 6th season, which will end tonight. He has won 102 games in his career. His 2026 Blue Hawks are 18-9-2 overall. They are 8-7 in District 6, 6A district play. They know they will finish in 5th place regardless of tonight's result. This is the lineup that will face this McKinney Lions squad. It's 8 seniors and Carson Roy. Anthony Gonzalez gets his 2nd straight start at short. He will lead off. He'll be followed by Carson Roy, the junior. The center fielder is the only guy not playing his last high school game here tonight. Roy bats 2nd. Ethan Kalanick, the left fielder, will bat 3rd. Reed Tebow, the catcher, bats out of the cleanup spot. Aiden McDaniel, the 3rd baseman, bats 5th. Carson Cooley, the 2nd baseman, will bat 6th. Grayson Richards will start at 1st and play 7th. Nash Thomas gets the start on the mound. We do expect to see a handful of guys out on the bump here in this one. Nash Thomas bats 8th, and Morgan Singleton, the right fielder, will bat 9th. McKinney is coached by Colby Goodman. He's in his 3rd year as the head coach, one of the really great guys in this area. He has done a heck of a job with that Lions program. The 2026 edition is 11-15-1 overall. They went 5-10 in district. Their final mark is also secured as they will finish 7th. Not bad for a team that a couple years ago was coming off multiple winless district seasons. They will send this lineup to the mound to face Nash Thomas and the Blue Hawks. Brent Hodges is the shortstop. He will lead off. Brendan Rao is the right fielder. He hits 2nd. Eldrick Ramos is the 1st baseman. He bats 3rd. Jacob Kuhn is the 3rd baseman. He hits cleanup. Tyson Todd is the center fielder, batting 5th. Cameron Miller, the left fielder, bats 6th. Henry Valek is one of 2 designated hitters. That's one of the things you see in these games where there's nothing riding on it for either team. Sometimes the coaches will just shake their hands and say, let's just play by our own rules here a little bit. So there's going to be a couple of designated hitters. Henry Valek is one of them. He is hitting 7th. Mason True is the other. He'll bat 8th. And Zach Todd is the second baseman. He will bat 9th. It is a beautiful night for baseball. It's toasty. It got up into the low 90s earlier this afternoon. It's about 87 right now. There's some clouds gathering in a very unthreatening way out to the east. That's not going to come into any sort of play here tonight. The Blue Hawks in their home white uniforms with Rock Hill across the front in the blue capital letters, white jerseys and pants. They wear the two-tone hat, white on the back, white on the front, black on the back. The McKinney Lions in their road navy blues with a slick-looking Lions in gold across the front. They have gold numerals trimmed in white as well. They have white pants with navy blue pinstripes and navy blue hats. We'll have the playing of the national anthem, and then we'll get things going here on the season finale. Blue Hawk buddies running off the field, accompanying their heroes onto the field during their introduction as the starting lineup for the last time this season. And while Nash Thomas is officially the starting pitcher in the ball game, he is not going to throw the first pitch. That honor will go to Cole Carroll, we expect. Cole, who unfortunately broke his pitching hand in the first game against Plano last week. You know, he knew that was very possibly going to, for all intents and purposes, end his senior career. But he told Coach Stanton right after it happened, he said, look, Coach, I hope I have permission to report this. He said, Coach, if that game on Friday has got something writing on it, I'm going to want the ball. And that's why we've called him Bulldog pretty much the entire time he's been here with this program, is because that's what the guy is. And you would have thought he was the starting pitcher in this game, the way he has been practicing in the warm-up to throw one more pitch. He's going to do it with his left hand, and it won't surprise you. If you were watching in the warm-ups, I would say a good 50% of his pitches were strikes. No surprise to anyone who has watched that young man's career. He will retire as the program's all-time leader in wins. He'll finish just 3 strikeouts shy of the all-time record. So his name will go on the board in the athletic facility with guys that have the all-time record in statistics. His senior year cut a little bit too short. But right now it is Nash Thomas taking his warm-up tosses. He has just an inning to his credit this year. You're going to see a lot of guys in here that are going to get an opportunity to wear some tread off the tires here in the season finale. This will be his second appearance. His first start, he has 1 inning pitched, had a strikeout and a walk. The pitching staff this year for the Blue Hawks was pretty solid all season. As you look at their season numbers, they'll finish with about a 3.3 team ERA. Nothing wrong with that. While the season won't end with a trip to the playoffs, you have to take your hat off to these guys, the way they played down the stretch at 3-7, to sit there and say, well, we got to win our last 6 and then get some help if we want to make the playoffs. That could seem like a really daunting task, and a lesser group might not have made the most of it. They put all the pressure in the world on McKinney Boyd, and now Cole Carroll does go out to the mound. He gets a nice ovation, well earned. And it will be a live pitch, so he'll face Brant Hodges. And the senior kicks and deals with the left. Misses a little high and wide. Goes out there with the shades on. He comes off. His teammates flying out of the dugout. Coach Sean Stanton, the first guy to give him a hug. You can't speak much more highly of a young man than Coach Sean Stanton has about Cole Carroll and his career. The first pitch thrown by Cole Carroll gets us underway. It's a 1-0 count now as Nash Thomas, the lefty, gets set to fire for the first time in his own right here in the ball game. Here it comes. It's a fastball high, 2-0. Hodges bats from the right side. Waits on the 2-0. Fastball a little bit high, 3-0. Talking to Coach Stanton prior to the game, he said, Nash has got good stuff. So you'll see pitches with a lot of movement on it. 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff man, Hodges. We're just underway here from the hollow of Rock Hill. The 3-0 pitch. That drops in. At the knees over the inside edge. 3 balls and 1 strike. Rock Hill has won 6 straight. They started the season unbeaten in their first 9. They went 8-0-1. As Thomas brings the 3-1. That is lifted to center. Carson Roy tracking back, fighting the sun a bit, but he puts it away. There is 1 out here in the top of the first. Ethan Kalanick's in left, Carson Roy's in center, Morgan Singleton in right. Aiden McDaniel at third. Anthony Gonzalez starting at short in place of Lucas Bell has been a bit banged up. Gonzalez at short. Carson Cooley at second. Grayson Richards at first. Reed Tebow behind the dish, and Nash Thomas gets set to bring the first pitch to Brennan Rao, the left-handed hitter. The first pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. Coach Stanton told me a couple times today, he said everybody's going to play tonight, so we're going to get that scorebook worked out. The 0-1 has a good breaking ball. Way out in front was Rao. It's 0-2. Coach Goodman for the Blue Hawks. He and Coach Stanton have a great rapport. He brought his little girl over to meet the Blue Hawk coaching staff prior to the game. She could not be cuter. Here's the 0-2. That bounces in. Rao lays off. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thomas works out of the stretch from the third base side of the rubber, holds that glove up in front of his face, and gets set to deliver the 1-2 to Rao. Here it comes. Good curveball. Rao comes up empty. 2 up, 2 down for Nash Thomas here in the first. Eldrick Ramos strides to the plate. He'll dig in from the right side. Base is empty. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Ramos gets locked in. Wide open stance from the right side. That's about as open a stance as we've seen all year. First pitch from Thomas. It's a fastball low. 1 ball and no strikes. Want to give a shout out to Colton Boston, who had to head out of town tonight, so I'll be solo. We started the season solo out in Allen, that 4.5-hour, 14-inning marathon, and we will finish it solo The 1-0 fouled back into the net, 1-1. Colton did a great job. Appreciated everything he did this year, the first ever season of Regency Sports Broadcasting. It has been an honor to be part of the 2026 Rock Hill Bluehawks. One ball, one strike, 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the first. Here it comes, and that is line to left, but right at Ethan Kalanick. Nash Thomas, a flawless first. Let's go to the bottom of the frame. No score here at the Hollow of Rock Hill between Rock Hill and McKinney. This is Blue Hawk Baseball from Regency Sports.
Fans, when it's time to gear up like a champion, head to Shields in the Colony. Hey folks, this is Blue Hawk senior Anthony Gonzalez. From top brand sports gear to apparel for the whole family, Shields has everything you need to play hard and cheer louder. Visit Shields at Grandscape in the Colony, proud supporter of Rock Hill Baseball.
Luke Leishman takes his warm-up tosses. He will fire from the left side as well. Bit of a three-quarters motion. These are his defensive starters. Cameron Miller's in left, Tyson Todd, one of 3 Todd brothers on this roster. Tyson Todd in center, Brennan Rao out in right. Go around the horn from third to first. Jacob Kuhn at third, Brant Hodges at short, Zach Todd at second, Eldrick Ramos at first, Ethan Estes behind the plate. Anthony Gonzalez, Carson Roy, and Ethan Kalanick will get things going. Estes throw down to second. Gets that right arm rocket and rolling. Anthony Gonzalez, the program's all-time hit king, going to be taking his talents to Southeast Arkansas Junior College next year. It's been a pleasure to watch the Ant-Man, one of those 3-year varsity starters. It's been great chopping it up with his dad, Joey, over the last 3 years. Great family. He digs in from the left side in the lefty versus lefty matchup. The first pitch is inside and fouled. Way in on the fists. AG manages to fight it off. It's 0-1. Hitting .356, no home runs, 18 RBI. His 13 district RBI leads the team. That trademark on-base percentage at just about .490 for the year. That's good for second on the team. He has been an on-base machine in his career. Leishman wants a new ball. We are scoreless here in the bottom of the first. Now Gonzalez back in to face Leishman and the 0-1 pitch, which is on its way inside. Gonzalez tried to turn on it, couldn't keep it fair, lashes it over toward the McKinney dugout on the first baseline. It's quickly 0-2. .02 pitch as a sinking liner into left center field. That'll get down for a hit. Taking a wide turn, heading to second. There goes Gonzalez. He turns it into a double. Gonzalez, 6th double of the season. The Blue Hawks have a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. And again, we said during the pregame that one of the advantages to a game like this where both teams are finishing out the season is you can take some liberties. You know, you can try to stretch it into a double to get things going. You know, go out there and have a good time. Here's Carson Roy, the only non-senior in the starting lineup. Not a bad season for Mr. Roy as the first pitch is cut on and missed. A big hack for Carson. It's 0-1. That's the swing that has delivered 4 home runs this year. He's hitting .455, 4 home runs, and 19 RBI. Will likely finish the season in first place in on-base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS, hits, doubles, triples. The 0-1. That's a breaking ball that drops low, 1-1. The 1-1 catches the bottom part of the zone, and Carson cannot believe it. That looked low from up here. It must have looked really low from down there. One ball, 2 strikes. Gonzalez at second. Here it comes. Missed a little bit outside. Tried to nibble. Carson laid off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anthony Gonzalez turned a soft liner into left into a leadoff double, pressing the issue against the McKinney defense. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Falls low. 3-2. Carson riding a 6-game hitting streak into this season finale. Gonzalez gets his lead from second. There he goes. The 3-2. Hit and run is on. Hit over to Hodges at short. His throw is not anywhere close to in time. Way too much speed for Carson Roy. Infield single. And the Blue Hawks have runners at the corners with nobody out for Ethan Kalanick. Not much that Hodges could do over there at short. Had to range well to his right to get it and make the transfer. And not going to get the fleet-footed Roy that way. Here's Ethan Kalanick. First pitch is nubbed straight back. Foul ball makes it 0-1. Kalanick hitting .333, a homer, and 15 RBI. Who can forget his 5 RBI night here against McKinney Boyd. There goes Carson Roy. Changeup swung on and missed. Throw quickly back to the pitcher who snags it and looks Anthony Gonzalez back into third base. But it's no balls and 2 strikes. Roy steals his 15th base of the season. Runners at second and third, nobody out here in the bottom of a scoreless first. Leishman with the upper hand against Kalanick. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-2. Reed Tebow getting a word from Sean Stanton in the on-deck circle. Tebow's been quite the story as he has marched up this batting order as we've moved through district play. And the pitch is laced back to short. Not in time as Roy able to get back. That's just unlucky placement for Kalanick. Hodges pulled it in. Zach Todd ran as fast as he could to second for the underhand toss, but Roy barely back in safely. So Reed Tebow will have an opportunity to get the Blue Hawks on the board. And right now, Reed Tebow is the team's leader in district batting average at .368. That number has come up pretty much every game this season. He was 2 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout on Wednesday at the 4-2 Blue Hawk win. Anthony Gonzalez at third, Carson Roy at second. Third baseman Jacob Kuhn even with the bag over at third, as is his teammate across the diamond, Eldrick Ramos, over at first. First pitch to Tebow. misses low, 1-0. Blue Hawks have a couple of hits. An Anthony Gonzalez double and an infield single from Carson Roy. They're still at third and second, respectively. Here's the 1-0. Tebow lays off a fastball. It's called strike, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Here it comes. And that is lined into right center. That's going to get down. Reed Tebow stays hot. Here comes Anthony Gonzalez. Wide turn. Coming home is Carson Roy. It's a 2 RBI base hit for Reed Tebow. Gets him to 11 RBI on the season, and the Blue Hawks lead it 2-0. Reed Tebow will be run for. We got Ethan McDaniel over there running, I think, maybe. So the McDaniels at the diamond as Aiden is at the plate. Takes the first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. McDaniels, 9 district RBI, good for third on the team. Leads the team in walks as well with 21. He's got an on-base percentage over 440. His brother Ethan gets a lead over at first. The 0-1 pitch misses inside and low, 1-1. One out here in the bottom of the first. The Blue Hawks have plated 2 on a 2 RBI single by Reed Tebow. One ball, one strike. Still just one out. Here it comes. Popped up, right side of the infield. The second baseman, Zach Todd, will make the basket catch. There's 2 outs. Brother Ethan goes back to first. So Carson Cooley will get an opportunity to keep the bottom of the first going. Got 3 hits on the season. A double among them. 2-0 Rock Hill here in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Cooley. Hits the outside edge, 0-1. Leishman is at 20 pitches here in the first. You would expect both teams to get a lot of guys into the action regardless of what pitch counts might say. Here's the pitch. There goes McDaniel to second, and the throw is in time, right on the foot. Nope. Okay, the ball came out of Zach Todd's glove, but they'll say it was on the transfer. So McDaniel is thrown out, 2-4. The caught stealing ends the frame, but the Blue Hawks plate 2 on 3 hits. And we will go to the top of the second. Blue Hawks with an early 2-0 lead. This is Blue Hawk Baseball from Regency Sports.
Hey there, folks. This is Rock Hill Senior Grayson Richards telling you about a company that's family-owned, tail-approved, clean cars, wagging dogs. That's the Scooters way. Go see them in McKinney at 12041 West University Drive. The team at Scooters says go Blue Hawks.
Nash Thomas didn't have any trouble getting through the top of the first. He will go out for the top of the second, but now he's got a 2-0 lead. Brian Sutcliffe here at the Hollow of Rock Hill, the 2026 season finale on a beautiful night here in late April. The district championship has not necessarily been decided yet, as you've got Allen still a game ahead of Prosper, but Prosper swept the Eagles. So if Prosper can get a win over Plano West and Allen were to lose to Plano East tonight, Prosper would be the top seed. Thomas taking his warm-up pitches. He will face Jacob Kuhn, Tyson Todd, and Cameron Miller here in the top of the second. Blue Hawks leading 2-0 on a 2 RBI base hit by Reed Tebow. He's making the most of his one and only season after moving in the offseason. Jacob Kuhn, the third baseman, will lead off as the corner infielders head to their respective positions. Aiden McDaniel to third, Grayson Richards over at first. We don't expect to see Brady Slanina tonight. Struck out a season-high 11 on Wednesday, but didn't hit in that game and not able to hit tonight, so don't expect to see Mr. Slanina. First pitch to Kuhn is a high fastball, 1-0. And what a career that young man has had. Will finish as the program's all-time leader in RBI. Wouldn't be shocked to see him with all district honors on the mound or first base. Here's the 1-0. That is hit on a short hop over to Aiden McDaniel. Takes a moment. It's a high throw, but it's pulled down by Grayson Richards, who slaps that left glove down on Kuhn's back as he gets to first base. Great play from Richards, who has played a mighty fine first base himself. Colby Goodman over at third wants to have a word with the field umpire. It was a nice play on the short hop from McDaniel over at third, who has been really good over there this year. He has had that spot pretty much locked down. Goodman asks the field umpire to get help from the home plate official. And they are having a chat about it. And the call will stand. So Tyson Todd will bat with one out and nobody on. Blue Hawks leading 2-0 here in the top of the second. Blue Hawks, both of these teams actually know where they will finish in the district. The Blue Hawks will finish fifth. They'll either finish a full game behind McKinney Boyd or they'll finish tied, but Boyd will win the tiebreaker by way of their season sweep. First pitch is a breaking ball that misses low and wide, 1-0. And McKinney will finish seventh. They're at 5-10 in district right now. And again, this was a program that went a couple of seasons without winning a district game in a row before Coach Goodman got here. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball wide, 2-0. He has pulled this program out of the cellar. They beat Prosper earlier this year. They've been a handful for teams. 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball wide, 3-0. Todd in the catbird seat. 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch, not in the catbird seat anymore as he takes a fastball to the back. So Tyson Todd trots to first the hard way. He is the first McKinney base runner. It comes with one out here in the top of the second. Rock Hill leading 2-0. There's Cameron Miller. First pitch to Miller is a fastball on the inside edge, strike one. No wind to speak of here tonight. We've seen some windy games this year. This is not one of them. The 0-1 bounces in. Tebow loses sight of it. Tyson Todd scampers to second easily on the wild pitch. So an RBI opportunity for Miller. There is There's activity in the Blue Hawk bullpen. We expect to see Trevor Stum, expect to see Caleb Amper, probably see Carson Cooley on the mound as well at some point potentially. We believe we're going to see AG do a little pitching. He got his first win on the mound in the victory here against Plano last week. The 1-1 pitch misses high, 2-1. Runner at second, one out. The 2-1 pitch. In on the fist. That is lifted to left. Ethan Kalanick tracking it down, and he's got it. Just before the warning track, fires into second as Tyson Todd was halfway to third. That ball just kept tailing away from Kalanick, but lots of speed out in that outfield. Kalanick robs Miller of extra bases, and Todd will stay at second for 2 outs now for Henry Valek. Nash Thomas trying to finish a second consecutive scoreless frame. First pitch, called strike 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Fastball strike, 0-2. Thomas, one of those 12 seniors. Tyson Todd at second. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rock Hill leads 2-0 here in the top of the second. Thomas trying to keep it that way. The 0-2 is lifted high in the air down the left field line. Kalanick over to get it again. Goes down to a knee. Great sliding effort. It falls foul. Kalanick brushes himself off. He lost his hat about 90 feet from where he ended up. He's already made 1 really nice play in the field, and he only made it 2 in consecutive hitters. Tyson Todd remains at second. 2 outs, no balls, 2 strikes. Thomas has the sign. Couple of looks back to second. Here it comes. Bounces in. Good block by Tebow. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tyson Todd at second. The Nash Thomas pitch. Breaker got him looking, dropped it right in the front door. Second punch out for Thomas. 2 scoreless frames for the senior. Let's go to the bottom of the second. The Blue Hawks come to the plate looking to build on a 2-0 lead. This is Rock Hill Baseball from Regency Sports.
I'm Rock Hill senior Brady Slanina. Baseball season is in full swing. Why not renew your home for the spring with custom shelving from Urban Farmhouse Group? Their products can be found by searching Urban Farmhouse Group on Etsy.com. The Blue Hawks want to thank Urban Farmhouse Group for their support of the Rock Hill Baseball broadcast.
2-0 Rock Hills. We go to the bottom of the second. Carson Cooley, Grayson Richards, Nash Thomas will face Luke Leishman, the McKinney southpaw. Carson Cooley was at the plate when Ethan McDaniel was thrown out trying to swipe second. So he'll get another look. clouds out to right field, starting to get a bit of a pinkish tint as the sun starts to set. A lovely evening here in North Texas. Leishman's first pitch to Cooley is popped up. That will get out of play back toward us, 0-1. Cooley waits on the 0-1. It's on its way. A little nubber rolled on the right side of the infield. Little snow cone scoop there by Leishman. That was a good play. If that ball gets under his glove, Cooley's going to be on first base. But it is a 1-3 put out to start the second. Grayson Richards will bat with one out and the bases empty. Rock Hill leading 2-0 in the bottom of the second. Richards, one of the 8 seniors in the starting lineup. First pitch is topped foul over toward the McKinney dugout. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, a little bit outside, 1-1. 1-1 pitch off the end of the bat, fouled into the screen. Count will go to 1-2. Bases empty, one out here in the bottom of the second. A Reed Tebow single brought home Anthony Gonzalez and Carson Roy in the bottom of the first to make it 2-0. That's where we are right now. Nash Thomas on deck. The 1-2. Way inside. A little bit of a smirk from Grayson Richards. He was going to let that hit him. He made no effort to move from that whatsoever, but the ball didn't get him. Would have been an interesting decision for the home plate umpire if that had hit. You got to make at least feign an effort. The 2-2. Little check swing, fouled back. Grayson Richards has been really impressive over at first base. He saw plenty of action this season, especially when you had Brady Slanina on the mound. Trevor Stum played well over there as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Here comes the 2-2, and that is line to center. Diving catch made by the center fielder Tyson Todd. What a play. And again, those are the types of plays, I think, that show you how much these guys really love this sport. You know, it's a game that counts for nothing, but you're out there giving it your all, going full out. Well done, Mr. Todd. An impressive play for the second out. So Nash Thomas will come to the plate with the bases empty and 2 down. Thomas has a hit to his credit this year. Takes the first pitch, strike at the knees, 0-1. Leishman has thrown 30 pitches, 22 strikes. 0-1 is on its way. In on the fists. Thomas fouls it on the right side, slowly rolling over to the coaching staff outside the first base dugout. It's quickly 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Thomas. Just getting a piece, staying alive, fouling it straight down. 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. That bounces about a foot shy of the plate and about 5 feet wide of it. Count goes to 1-2. Last time we were here, the Blue Hawks won one of the more memorable games in a while around here against the Plano Wildcats. They took a 1-0 lead to the top of the 7th. The Wildcats hit a 3-run homer to make it 3-1. Again, that was a game the Blue Hawks had to win to maintain any hopes of the playoffs. Here's the 1-2. Good pitch. Got him looking. Blue Hawks ended up winning that one in a wild one, 4-3, to keep those hopes alive. The Blue Hawks have been great down the stretch and looking good so far here as Thomas goes down looking to end the second. We will go to the third. Rock Hill maintaining a 2-0 lead. This is Blue Hawk Baseball from Regency Sports.
This is senior Morgan Singleton from your Rock Hill Blue Hawks. Are you hungry for better meals without the hassle? Discover Wild Fork, your destination for chef-quality meats, seafood, and flavored packed meal delivered frozen fresh to your door. From fresh, not frozen, premium steaks and seafood to ready-to-eat favorites. Wild Fork makes every meal unforgettable with variety as big as Texas. Visit the Wild Fork location in Prosper, Aquate, and 380 and taste the difference for yourself. Wild Fork, real food, real flavor, and real easy.
Two to nothing, Rock Hill. As we go to the third inning, Trevor Stum is coming to the ball game. That'll give us an opportunity to give you the final numbers for Nash Thomas in his final game on the mound. Goes 2 scoreless innings, so 27 pitches, 14 strikes. Doesn't allow a hit. Doesn't walk anybody. Did plunk one guy. Struck out 2. Well done. Good on you, Mr. Thomas. Trevor Stum has seen plenty of action on the bump this year. This will be his 10th appearance. His third in relief. He's 1-2 on the season with a 6.04 ERA in 24 1/3 innings. Allowed 25 runs, 21 earned on 24 hits. Struck out 19, walked 23. He'll face Mason True, Zach Todd, and then back at the top of the order for Brant Hodges. First pitch. Bounces in, back to the screen. It's ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Just getting a piece off the fists was True. Fouls it away, 1-1. Stum works off the first base side of the rubber. Kicks and fires a 1-1 as a fastball strike. 1-2. Blue Hawks leading 2-0 here in the top of the third. Reed Tebow with both RBI. The 1-2 pitch. Topped on the left side, coming on strong as Ethan McDaniel throws on the run. Right on the money. We have seen that countless times this year from McDaniel. Good stretch there by Richards at first for the first out. Zach Todd digs in from the right side. The first pitch from Stum. Fastball low, ball 1. The 1-ball, no strike pitch. In on the fist. There's McDaniel down to a knee. Has time to collect himself. His throw is a little low, but dug out nicely by Richards. 2-5-3 putouts to start the third. That one was hit considerably harder. Brant Hodges is 0 for 1 as we go back to the top of the McKinney lineup. He flied out to Carson Roy in center on a 3-1 pitch to get things going. First pitch to him. Good change piece there from Stump. Way out in front was Hodges. It's 0-1. A 1 pitch. That is tapped just barely fair. McDaniel again. There's the stretch from Richards. All 3 outs. 5-3 across the diamond. All 3 10-bell plays from McDaniel and Richards. A 3-up, 3-down frame from Stum. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Still 2-0 Rock Hill. This is Blue Hawk Baseball from Regency Sports.
I'm Blue Hawk senior Braxton Clyde, telling you to step up to the plate, go big, or go home with my family company, Bullnose Masonry. At Bullnose Masonry, we build brick, block, stucco, and stone. From schools to hospitals standing tall, Bullnose Masonry builds it all. Bullnose Masonry is a proud supporter of Rock Hill Baseball.
2-0 Rock Hill as we go to the bottom of the third. Morgan Singleton and then back to the top of the order for Anthony Gonzalez and Carson Roy. Luke Leishman still out on the mound. Singleton, the speed burner, struts to the plate. He'll dig in from the left side. He's on his way to North Central University. First pitch to Singleton is on its way. It's a fastball low and away, ball 1. One-0 pitch. Misses low, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch that is lined into short center field, but coming on strong was Brendan Rao. Good speed. One right fielder puts out the other. There's one out here in the Blue Hawk third. Rock Hill leading 2-0. Back to the top of the lineup for Anthony Gonzalez. He has one of the 3 Rock Hill hits. He turned a sinking liner to left into a stretch double and came around to score on the Reed Tebow base hit. First pitch misses wide. Anthony lays off. It is 1-0. One-0 pitch. That is smoked through the right side, and Anthony Gonzalez is 2 for his first 2. Fitting for the program's all-time hit king. Carson Roy reached on an infield single his first time. Blue Hawks are out hitting McKinney 4-0. They lead 2-0. Little toss over as Leishman trying to keep Anthony Gonzalez honest. Pitch to Roy's taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, one strike. One out, runner at first. Here it comes. Misses low and inside. Delayed steal for Anthony Gonzalez, and he is tagged out. Bang, bang play. So the Blue Hawks have a second attempted base steal or gun down. Pitch was a ball, but Gonzalez is caught stealing. 2-6 on your scorecard. The 1-1 pitch. Nasty changeup way out in front was Roy. It's 1-2. One, two. Catches the zone. Carson Roy is a strikeout victim. So we are quickly through 3 on our way to 4. Rock Hill on the final night of the 2026 season, trying to end things with a bang. They lead it 2-0. This is Blue Hawk Baseball from Regency Sports.
This is Senior Blue Hawk Carson Cooley. First Graphic Services is a Prosper ISD family-owned sign and graphics company that has been providing graphic solutions for over 30 years to the North Texas area. They specialize in signs for home builders, developers, political candidates, school districts, realtors, as well as many other local businesses. Check them out on social media or hit them up on their website at www.firstgraphicservices.com.
We go to the 4th. Rock Hill leading 2-0. Brian Sutcliffe here for the final time this year. Thought we were going to have perfect attendance this season, but unfortunately fate intervened over the last week or two. But appreciate Tyler Sloan jumping in a couple of times. Tyler Sloan, the pre- and post-game host for the Dallas Mavericks, so I was fortunate that anybody allowed me to come back. We got big time filling in. Appreciate Tyler. Great broadcaster. I've known him for quite some time. We were both part of the stable of broadcasters over at the Sportsgram Network. Always appreciative for everything that Sportsgram did, both for me in developing some experience in this area and plenty of other guys as well. But the Regency Sports broadcasting organization really picking up where those guys left off. Here's Brennan Rao. He struck out swinging his first time up. Facing Trevor Stum, though, for the first time. First pitch is fouled back into the screen, 0-1. Stum ended up getting the no decision in the Plano game, though. He pitched well, went 4 innings. 0-1 pitch. That is hit on one hop to Cooley over at second. 4-3 is the leadoff putout here in the 4th. Here's Eldrick Ramos. Ramos is 0 for 1. He lined out in his first plate appearance. First offering. A great breaking ball that catches the outside edge. 0-1. The 0-1 is rolled over to Gonzalez at short. Bang, bang. 6-3. 2 up, 2 down in the fourth. Jacob Kuhn will bat with the bases empty and 2 outs here in the fourth. First pitch. Lays off the breaking ball. Appeal to the field ump, says he did not go around. One ball, no strikes. 2 down, the pitch. That is hit well to left, but Ethan Kalanick ranges to his right. Nifty. Trevor Stubbs needed 14 pitches to get through 2 innings. We go to the bottom of the fourth, still 2-0 Rock Hill. This is Blue Hawk Baseball from Regency Sports.
Attention North Texas ball players, this is senior Cole Carroll. Step up your game with the NTX Tribe Baseball Club. They offer elite baseball and softball training, top facilities, and a winning brotherhood for players of all ages. Join the NTX Tribe today and take your skills to the next level. Visit ntxtribebaseball.com. NTX Tribe Baseball, where champions are made.
Next for your Rock Hill Blue Hawks, number 12, Ethan Kalanick. Next for your Rock Hill Blue Hawks, number 14, Reed Tebow.
We're here in the bottom of the fourth. There is 1 down after an Ethan Kalanick ground out. And we're now starting to see some fresh bodies coming into the ball game. It's Julian Lockhart batting. The first pitch takes a little bit high, ball 1. The 1-0 drops in for a called strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases empty here in the bottom of the fourth. Rock Hill leading 2-0. Reed Tebow with both RBI. In on the fist and popped up. Short left field. So short, the shortstop, Brant Hodges, is able to pull it in. And there's quickly 2 outs. The pace on this one has picked up considerably.
Next for your Rock Hill Blue Hawks, number 3, Aiden McDaniel.
So it'll be up to Aiden McDaniel to try to get something going here in the fourth. Both Blue Hawk runs coming in the first. First pitch misses outside, ball one. McDaniel flied out his first time up. The 1-0, way inside. Aiden spins away. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Here it comes. Popped up, foul territory. The catcher, Estes, will have a look, but run out of real estate. It's 2-1. Two one is taken for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 to Aiden. That is lifted high in the air to right field. The right fielder, Brennan Rao, comes on to put it away, and just like that, we have needed 56 minutes to get through 4 innings. We're going to the top of the 5th. Rock Hill leading 2-0. This is Blue Hawk Baseball from Regency Sports.
Attention fans, this is Blue Hawk senior Aiden McDaniel. Whether you're training, tailgating, or cheering from the stands, Shields in the Colony has you covered. With the best selection of sporting goods, footwear, fan gear, and more, all under one roof. Shields is your go-to destination for every adventure. Plus, don't miss the unforgettable in-store experience at the Shields in the Colony. Gear up with Shields, proud supporter of Rock Hill Baseball.
Rock Hill 2, McKinney nothing, as Trevor Stump finishes a crisp 2 innings, and we will say hello to Caleb Amper. Amper will be the 3rd Blue Hawk pitcher. The first 2 have been excellent. Stum goes 2 flawless, needs just 14 pitches to get through 2 innings. No hits, no strikeouts, no walks. Got some really nice defense, particularly from the left side of the infield. We also have a new 3rd baseman, as it looks like Braxton Clyde is now in the ballgame. Amper, the tall righty. This will be his 4th appearance. 3rd in relief. He is 0-1. He's got a 6 flat ERA and 4 2/3 innings.
Batting for McKinney, number 8, Tyson Todd.
Tyson Todd was hit by a pitch his first time up. Here in the top of the 5th, Rock Hill leading 2-0. First pitch. Fouled away on the right side, 0-1. Amper's 0-1 is a fastball lined, and that is the first McKinney base hit as it rolls all the way to the wall. Tyson Todd is trucking around second. Tyson Todd is heading for 3rd base, a leadoff triple. That just perfectly split the outfielders on the right side.
Batting for McKinney, number 19, Cameron
And I think we do have, that looks like Brady Slanina over at first. I think he is in the ballgame as a defensive replacement. So good to see Brady getting into this one. But now the tying run comes to the plate with nobody out here in the fifth in the person of Cameron Miller. First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, one strike. Here it comes. Popped up. Foul territory, right side. Playable for Slanina. He's got it. And 4 Blue Hawks sprint to the plate to cover. Todd has to stay at third. Henry Valek with an RBI opportunity. He could. First pitch, fouled straight back. 0-1. Tyson Todd stands at third after his leadoff triple, but he's still there with 1 out. The pitch. Amper tries to drop a breaking ball in the back door, but nothing doing. It is 1-1. Rock Hill leading 2-0 here in the top of the fifth. Henry Valek bats as the tying run. The 1-1. There's a break. The breaker stays high, 2-1. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. This is low. Actually, that's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-2. The 3-1. And that misses, ball 4. Mason True is 0 for 1. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Rock Hill leading 2-0. McKinney with their first uprising of the game coming in the 5th. Amper fakes the throw to third. Looks Valek back over to first. Amper working out of the stretch. First pitch. Fastball high and wide, 1-0. I would expect we'll see Anthony Gonzalez as the next guy on the mound. Coach Stanton mentioned earlier today did want to get him some run on the bump. The 1-0. There's a good pumped-in fastball. Fastball's got some life to it. Amper, one of the juniors that will hope to be part of the anchor of this team next year. Amper throws over to first. Back in with a dive is Valek. Here's the 1-1, and that is fouled straight back, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners and 1 out. The pitch, breaking ball, got him swinging. Big pitch from Amper. So Tyson Todd still standing over at third. That's where he was with nobody out. Amper with some big pitches. And it's up to Zach Todd to try to break that goose egg for McKinney. Tyson Todd at third, Henry Valek at first. First pitch from Amper, good fastball, tailing away from the right-handed hitter. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Popped up. Foul territory. Slanina on his horse. He runs out of room. Count goes to 0-2. Morgan Singleton being given an opportunity to get back over in his position in right field. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. No balls, 2 strikes to Zach Todd. Amper trying to get out of here. Popped up. Short right field. Morgan Singleton has it. And Caleb Amper shuts the door after the leadoff triple. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Rock Hill needs a little bit of insurance. It's just a 2-0 lead for the Blue Hawks. This is Rock Hill Baseball from Regency Sports.
Hey there, folks. This is Rock Hill Senior Trevor Stum telling you about a company that's family-owned, tail-approved, clean cars, wagging dogs. That's the Scooters way. Go see them in McKinney at 12041 West University Drive. The team at Scooters says go Blue Hawks.
2-0 Rock Hills. We go to the bottom of the 5th. I expect we'll see some fresh bodies coming to the plate here. It's Cooley, Richards, and Thomas. Their spots in the lineup are due. We will see who comes up. Carson Cooley's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Rock Hill leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Leishman's been pretty good. He's been hammering the strike zone. He's at 52 pitches, 36 strikes. First pitch. Misses low and away. Don't go by. That's not an official pitch count. That's not an official pitch count. Don't worry. I'm scaring people up here whose job it's actually to keep pitch counts. I go, wait a minute. Folks will start to understand that maybe about 80% of my data is accurate. Here's the 1-0. That drops in for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. You know, somewhere around 54, 55 pitches, it's fine. You're good. You keep doing what you're doing. Here's the 1-1. Way out in front, trying to check the swing was Cooley. He does get a piece, but it goes foul over toward John Yeary, who has had a great first year on this Blue Hawk staff. After Tyler Lucas left in the offseason to take over the Richland program. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes. That is rolled on the left side over to the third baseman, Jacob Kuhn. His throw is up the line, pulls Ramos off the bag. And Carson Cooley reaches on a throwing error.
Let's go, Braxton! Up next for your Rock Hill Blue Hawks, number 20, Braxton Clyde.
Braxton Clyde will see an at-bat. He came in as a defensive replacement for Aiden McDaniel in the last half inning. Rock Hill leading 2-0 in the bottom of the fifth, looking for some insurance. First pitch to Braxton. Misses low and away, ball one. Leishman brings the 1-0 pitch. Cut on and missed. Big hack there from Braxton. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carson Cooley at first. Blue Hawks scored both their runs in the bottom of the first. They're out hitting McKinney 4-1. Here's the 1-1. Low and inside. Sliding to his left was the catcher, Ethan Estes, to keep it in front of him. The 1-1, high fastball. Bluffing a throw was Estes to look Carson Cooley back to first. Three balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Three balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Fouled back. We'll try the payoff pitch again. Here it comes. That is lifted into short right field, but Zach Todd, the second baseman, will haul it in and fire to first. Just barely getting back in time was Carson Cooley. So Grayson Richards will come back to the plate. He lined out his first time. First pitch, strike called, 0-1. A 1 pitch, right down the middle for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes in on the fists, and that is just dumped foul on the third base side. Count stays 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Grayson Richards waits on the pitch. Here it comes. Down he goes. Couldn't lay off the slider. Good pitch from Leishman. That is his 3rd strikeout. And Trevor Stum will get an at-bat. First pitch to Stum, misses low and away, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here it comes. That is rolled slowly but foul, wide of first. Moves the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Fleischman comes to the set. Here's the 1-1. Fastball outside. Ethan Estes left it there for the home plate umpire to take a good look, but didn't get a big enough chunk. The 2-1 pitch. Lifted foul to the right and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Missed inside. Good eye by Stum. Two balls, 2 strikes. The hit and run is on. It's lined into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Stopping at second is Cooley. And Trevor Stum in his final high school game has a hit. Blue Hawks leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. You're seeing some lightning out toward the east, but if you look at the radar, it looks like that's several miles away, so it doesn't look like that's going to create any problems for us, ideally. Nash Thomas will come back in the ballgame and hit, and the first pitch is popped on the left side of the infield. It is taken by the shortstop Hodges, and the Blue Hawks will leave a couple. We are through 5 here at the Hollow of Rock Hill. Blue Hawks leading 2-0. This is Blue Hawk Baseball from Regency Sports.
This is Senior Reed Tebow from your Rock Hill Blue Hawks. Baseball season is in full swing. Why not renew your home for spring with custom shelving from Urban Farmhouse Group? Their products can be found by searching Urban Farmhouse Group on Etsy.com. The Blue Hawks thank Urban Farmhouse Group for their support of Rock Hill baseball broadcasts.
We go to the 6th. It's the Rock Hill Blue Hawks. 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors and 2 left. McKinney, no runs on 1 hit. They've committed an error and left 3. As the Blue Hawks looking to try to close out 2026 the way they started it. They started the season unbeaten in their first 9, going 8-0-1. They won their first 8 games of the year. Trying to finish the season with a 7-game winning streak, including a non-district win over Lebanon Trail a couple of Saturdays ago. We'll take a token look around the rest of the district. Again, none of these results have any impact on the Blue Hawks at this point, but still a little bit of unfinished business left dealt with among the other teams in the district. Prosper is cruising over Plano West, leading 7-1. Prosper's playing about as well as anyone in the area right now. So it looks like the Prosper Eagles will do what they need to do to try to stay in district championship contention. So we look at the game between Allen and Plano East, and that one is in the bottom of the 4th. Allen nursing a 2-1 lead against the Wildcats. First pitch to Brant Hodges. Sails high for a ball, 1-0. Hodges is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Haven't seen nearly as much utilization of the bench here for McKinney thus far. Here's the 1-0 from Caleb Amper. This is hit on the left side. Charging on is the shortstop. What a stretch over by Brady Slanina. And that is what we have seen throughout his career. As good a pitcher as he's been, he is probably equally as good a first baseman. And that's Aiden McDaniel over at shortstop making another big play. First pitch by Brendan Rao is fouled off to the left. It is 0-1. Rao is 0 for 2. We're in the top of the 6th. Each Blue Hawk pitcher prior to Caleb Amper's gone 2 scoreless. The 0-1 pitch sails wide, 1-1. The Tyson Todd leadoff triple in the 5th is the only hit for McKinney. He was there with nobody out last frame, but Amper was able to turn him loose. Scoreless for the frame. The 1-1 is a fastball low and away, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Hit under the diving Brady Slanina into right for a 1-out single. Perfectly placed. Just barely got it past Brady. Eldrick Ramos will bat now as the tying run with 1 out here in the 6th. You look at the guys playing their last game for the Blue Hawks here again. Guys like Anthony Gonzalez, 3-year varsity starter, and as the program's all-time hit king. Ramos way out in front. Good change piece there from Amper. It's 0-1. About the only thing Ant-Man hadn't done in his career was get a win on the mound. He got that a week ago tonight against Plano. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at first. Pitch to Ramos. A little bit high, 1-1. Anthony Gonzalez does pretty much everything for the ball club. Swiped 12 bases this year. On-base percentage up near 490. Hit better than 350. Produced RBI, 18 for the season. There goes the runner. The hit and run is thwarted by a foul ball at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You listen to Coach Stanton talk about the Ant-Man at the plate. He said his just approach at every at-bat is just so smooth. He never looks nervous up there, no jitters. Always in control. We'll certainly miss the Ant-Man. It's been a pleasure to watch him. Amper steps off, looks the runner back to first. Blue Hawks leading 2-0 here in the top of the 6th. There's 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Eldrick Ramos. Amper fires in on the fists. That is laced just wide of third. We'll keep it at 1-2. Carson Roy will be back. Last season's district newcomer of the year. Followed that campaign up with hitting better than 450, 4 home runs, 19 RBI. He finishes his junior campaign with a 7-game hitting streak. Amper throws over to first. Back in with a dive is Rao. Good slap tag by Slanina, who said, well, I kept the glove there. I thought maybe I had him leaning off the bag. Ethan Kalanick had the biggest game of the season this year for the Blue Hawks in his senior campaign, the 1-2. It's a breaker that floats in high, 2-2. That 5 RBI game against McKinney Boyd, that was a game the Blue Hawks trailed, came back to take the lead, ended up losing it late. Amper brings the 2-2. Slow roller on the left side. Braxton Clyde charges, throws back across his body. Nice play by Braxton Clyde over at third. Blue Hawks have had nice defensive play over at third. Aiden McDaniel, who slid over to short, gives him some love. So that looked like me over there, my man. Rao moves to second. There's 2 outs for Jacob Kuhn, who's 0 for 2. All 5 of the RBI for Kalanick in that ball game here against McKinney Boyd either tied the game or gave the Blue Hawks the lead. First pitch to Kuhn, way out in front. Good changeup. This is as good as we've seen Amper. He's pitching well. Reed Tebow, it's a pity we were just getting to know you, Mr. Tebow, and moved in from California in the offseason and really took hold of that catcher spot. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at second. Here it comes. Good late break, but came in a little bit high. Kuhn lays off. It's 1-1. And Looks like Mr. Tebow is going to end up finishing district as the district batting champion for the Blue Hawks. Finishing with 8 district RBI as well. 1-1 pitch. That is popped up in on the fists. Into short left. Aiden McDaniel will give way to the new left fielder, who we cannot identify at this point, but he made a nice play. We'll maybe hang tight with you just long enough to see if we can identify him. I think that might be Boston Wilson out and left, I think. We're going to give Boston Wilson credit for that, and we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. Blue Hawks still leading 2-0. This is Rock Hill Baseball from Regency Sports.
I'm Blue Hawk senior Boston Wilson, asking if you're hungry for better meals without the hassle. Discover Wild Fork, your destination for chef-quality meats, seafood, and flavor-packed meals delivered frozen fresh to your door. From fresh, not frozen, premium steaks and seafood, ready-to-heat favorites, Wild Fork makes every meal unforgettable, with variety as big as Texas. Visit the Wild Fork location and prosper at Coit and 380 and taste the difference for yourself. Wild Fork, real food, real flavor, real easy.
Rock Hill leading 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Luke Leishman has gone the entire way for McKinney. He's got plenty of pitches left. Boston Wilson, after finishing the last inning with a nice defensive play, will get things going here at the plate. First pitch, and it's hit on one chest-high hop over to short. Throw is on the money from Brant Hodges. There's one down here in the 6th. So Morgan Singleton will come back into the ball game. He is 0 for 1 with a line drive, and on 2 pitches, there are 2 outs as the sinking liner is caught by Zach Todd over at second. Just like that, there's 2 outs. So 2 up, 2 down on 2 pitches. And now we have Jacoby Cartwright. We'll get an at-bat here. Fastball misses wide, is 1-0. One-0 pitch. Misses low, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to Cartwright. A strike called on the inside edge, just barely 2-1. Two-one pitch. On the left side, going to be a tough play. Hodges all the way across the diamond, not in time. And Jacoby Cartwright, an infield single. gets his first hit of the year in the season finale. Way to go, kiddo. That was a very tough play for the left side of the infield. Blue Hawks with 6 hits. And now Cartwright will be run for. And now Anthony Gonzalez will come back for what will likely be his final plate appearance as a Blue Hawk. First pitch for the Ant-Man, who is 2 for 2. Pitch misses. We've got the call put in here. That would be quite a way to go out. I wouldn't put it past him. 1 ball, no strikes. Here it comes. He turned on it, hit it well to right. Look out. That will one-hop the wall. Just barely missed it. Rounding third is the courtesy runner, who is called out at the plate. That was Ethan McDaniel. Good swipe by Ethan Estes. It's Anthony Gonzalez's second double. He has a 3 for 3 night. But the Blue Hawks are turned away. We will go to the 7th. Rock Hill, 3 seventh-inning outs away from finishing on a 7-game winning streak. They lead it 2-0. This is Blue Hawk Baseball from Regency Sports.
I'm Blue Hawk Senior Julian Lockhart. First Graphic Services is a Prosper ISD family-owned sign and graphics company that has been providing graphic solutions for over 30 years to the North Texas area. They specialize in signs for home builders, developers, political candidates, school districts, realtors, as well as many other local businesses. Check them out on social media or hit them up on their website at www.firstgraphicservices.com.
Anthony Gonzalez will come in to pitch to try to close this thing out. You know, the reality is for guys at the end of their high school careers, you know, for many of them, this will be the last time they play the game. And this is something that they have been, you know, doing since maybe they're 6 or 7 years old. You know, for some, they'll go on and move on to play at the next level, but a lot of guys don't. And so, to some extent, tonight can represent the end of a long era and a bit of a transition. Anthony Gonzalez will be playing at the next level. He takes his warm-up tosses. See if we can make sure we don't have any other defensive adjustments that need to be made. I think we still got Braxton Clyde out at third as we take a moment to make sure we run down all of the seniors on this roster. Of course, you've got Cole Carroll, who's going to be on his way to Ranger Junior College. He got in this game through a left-handed pitch to get things going because he's got a cast on the right hand. Braxton Clyde finishing up his high school career. Carson Cooley tonight. Congrats to those guys. Anthony Gonzalez going to Southeast Arkansas Junior College. He's going to try to get this thing closed out. We didn't see Elijah Guevara in this one. He's just a sophomore. He's going to be a big part of this thing moving forward. Julian Lockhart, Aiden McDaniel. McDaniel going to Arizona Christian along with his teammate Reed Tebow. Tyson Todd will get things going. He's 1 for 1. He's reaching both plate appearances. He's hit by a pitch and also tripled. We certainly have a new catcher. Is that Jacoby Cartwright behind the plate, I believe? First pitch from Gonzalez is a fastball strike, 0-1. Of course, Morgan Singleton on his way to North Central University. Grayson Richards moving on after tonight. Nash Thomas 0-1 is cut on, fouled back into the mitt of Cartwright. It's quickly 0-2. And Boston Wilson, he's going to be taking a mission trip to Brazil. Very impressive. It's a great group of young men. The 0-2 got him swinging, sinking fastball. One down. Here's Cameron Miller. Rock Hill leading 2-0 here in the top of the 7th. They've held McKinney to just 2 hits. Blue Hawks scored both their runs in the first. First pitch is a called strike, 0-1. Fouled back at the plate on the 0-1. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Ant-Man trying to slam the door. 0-2. Breaking ball, nasty. Got him looking. 2 up, 2 down by strikeout. Blue Hawks trying to close things out on a 7-game winning streak. They won't end up in the playoffs, but these guys gave it their all here in the back half of district play after starting 3-7. The first pitch, fastball low. Ball 1 to Henry Valek. One ball, no strikes, bases empty, 2 outs. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off to the left, 1-1. Also, hats off to Coach Sean Stanton. Picked up his 100th career win this year. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Just barely staying alive, fouling it back. Valek will see another pitch. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rock Hill leads 2-0 here in the 7th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball wide. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blue Hawks a strike away from a win. Here comes the 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Blue Hawks were ready to pour onto the field. Blue Hawk fans have risen to their feet. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the payoff pitch. Got him looking. That's a Rock Hill winner. Anthony Gonzalez fires the glove to the floor. That will end the ball game and will end the 2026 season. The Rock Hill Blue Hawks, 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors, and 3 left. The McKinney Lions, no runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 4 left in a game that takes just an hour and 38 minutes. The Blue Hawks will finish the season 19-9-2. They will finish as a winning ball club in district play. They'll finish as the 5th place team, 9-7. From 3-7 to 9-7. They end up winning out. They don't get the help they need. The season won't end in the playoffs, but really take your hat off to this Blue Hawk team who played loose. They played confident. They played great down the stretch. As the McKinney fans serenade their guys, their season ends as well. They finish at 5-11. They'll be the 7th place team. We will welcome you to the final Blue Hawk baseball postgame show of the season. It'll be somewhat abbreviated as we've given these guys a lot of love as we've moved through the broadcast. but we were giving Coach Sean Stanton some love. He picked up his 100th career win this year as he's just finished his 6th season as the Blue Hawk head coach. And once again, you can count on a few things when you watch Blue Hawk baseball. You can count on the team never giving up. You saw that in the latter half of district. You know, a lesser group of coaches and young men could have easily just rolled it out there the last half of the season and said, you know what, so much has to happen for us to make the playoffs. It's probably not realistic. You know, we'll just go out there and play out the string. That was not the approach at all. You can guarantee that the guys, as Morgan Singleton and Carson Roy do their trademark back handspring in celebration, you know, you watch the guys out there right now, you'd have thought they just qualified for the playoffs, as this is a group that's very tight. You know they're going to take care of one another. They've got coaches that are turning them into fine quality young men. It's great to have conversations with these guys, you know, prior to the games. They're always so polite, so nice, and it's really a testament to not only the coaches but the parents of these young men. Everyone's doing a great job of bringing these guys up, and we'll have 12 of them that will move on after this. We wish all of them the absolute best of luck as the Blue Hawks get the win 2-0 to finish the regular season on a 7-game winning streak. They start the season winning their first 8. They finish the season winning their first 7. So started great, finished great, playing in a very tough district. There's a couple of really good ball clubs in this league, and even in the series with those teams, the Blue Hawks split with Prosper and gave Allen all they wanted. Just a few plays here and there making the difference between finishing 5th and maybe finishing in the playoffs. But that's when you play in North Texas baseball, the margin for error is very slim. But want to do a quick thanks to the Blue Hawk baseball program for trusting Regency Sports Broadcasting here. This was a bit of a passing of the torch, as I've done this for 6 years, so it may seem like things weren't a lot different, but the first 5 were spent as a part of SportsGram Productions, and this year the Booster Club, fantastic, had the faith in me as I sort of put my shingle out there to do this on my own for the first time. And, you know, even talking to last season, there was a ton of interest in getting the band back together, and I really am grateful for the opportunity and the trust that the Booster Club had in what we're doing here. And it was absolutely a fantastic ride, and want to, again, thank everyone that made these possible. Want to thank Coach Stanton, Coach Yeary, Coach Miles. We really try to come onto these broadcasts with a lot of information. We like to do our homework, and none of that is possible without the information that those guys give us. This isn't college or pro where you show up and there's a big, 80 to 100-page media guide with a lot of information. The stuff we get has to come from the coaches, and they are always accessible, just fantastic guys. And, you feel for them because the season didn't end the way that they wanted. Everyone in this program wants to be in the playoffs, but it's not just about the wins and losses. It's about what do you teach. And right now, Coach Stanton is out on the field, and he's teaching these guys, again, it's the lessons in life that come from maybe a few things here and there go differently. Well, how do you bounce back from that? And you could make a really good case that the young men that are huddled up between second and the pitcher's mound right now probably learn a little bit more about life and how this season went than if they coasted to a playoff spot. You got to keep focused on your task, stay totally committed, and if things around you line up and you get the outcome you want, then great, but they don't always, and they didn't this year for the Blue Hawks. But an absolute class staff, a class group of players, a class group of parents. And again, thanks so much for the support of these broadcasts and listening in from wherever you are every single day. So, for the entire Regency Sports Broadcasting crew, the Blue Hawks close it down happy. They win 2-0. Congrats to the ball club on a 19-win season, but the season ends tonight. So, until next season, we'll catch you on the flip side. I'm Brian Sutcliffe. So long, everybody.